Hey, it's Krystin, and get ready because we're going to be checking out everything that happened this weekend in Adopt Me, guys. I think Adopt Me might be saved and these numbers might continue to soar. Before we get started, make sure to like and hype today's video, and let's get started. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This weekend was so exciting because Adopt Me did something huge on Saturday. So this could definitely be the start of a major comeback for the game, which, yeah, I've been creating Adopt Me content for years, and Adopt Me has not hit the numbers they hit on Saturday in a really long time. So this is definitely exciting. For the very first time ever, Adopt Me hosted their very first admin abuse event. So this was following the trend that we've seen dominate Roblox lately in games like Grow a Garden, 99 Nights in the Forest, and a bunch of other several top games that kind of skyrocketed using this mechanic. So we've seen Grow a Garden and Steal a Brain Rot, I think it's called. We've seen those actually hit like 22 million players during the admin abuse. So it's been quite a growing trend, and trust me, it seemed to work for Adopt Me as well. So this weekend, Adopt Me hit over 870,000 players. So this actually is their highest peak in ages. That is almost 1 million players online at once. I actually live streamed it and you guys seem to really enjoy this live event. Like it didn't even have any glitches. Sometimes a lot of people have problems like getting into the game or game freezing or things not working, but everything kind of seemed to go a bit flawless, other than me getting sucked into the minigame and trying to rejoin the game really quickly. So that kind of sucked. But for a game that's been sitting around averaging like 100 to 200,000 daily users, this is a massive spike in the game. And kind of more importantly, it wasn't just curiosities. Players actually seemed to stick around and the vibe was really positive. So here's kind of what went down in the event. We got a bunch of candy corn. When I say a bunch, we got like 80,000 candy corn drops. We got free spider box at the end, a free yarn apple, and we even was awarded 3 times pet aging boost during the event. Oh, and super speed. So it was basically admins breaking the game like all of the other viral Roblox experiences. It was chaotic, it was weird, and honestly, it was fun in the nostalgic Adopt Me way again. I feel like everybody was in the server just so excited. We also haven't really had a live event in Adopt Me since the black hole, and then it was like the fossil event, I believe, before then. So I think players love these live events and the way it brings everybody into the game. Nobody knows what's going on, and I think that's what just brings those numbers up. When I was making content years ago and we were getting new egg drops, we now get a ton of leaks where, for the most part, we know every pet that we are going to be getting when the update drops. But honestly, when Adopt Me was at its peak, those were all surprises. We would get a new egg with 8 to 12 pets and we would not know what we were going to get. Everybody needed to get in game because we are all nosy. We need to know what's happening. And I think that's just what's going on with admin. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Are we going to get more bugs? Candy corn? Is there going to be a secret pet drop? Everybody just needs to be in game because we don't want to miss out. Now, a lot of players were actually expecting limited time pets, and be honest, guys, I kind of was hoping we would get like a 2D cat brought back or something that we have had and Adopt Me has stolen back from us. But surprisingly, people still loved it, even though we did not get a limited time pet. And sometimes I guess it's not about a new pet, it's just the feeling of something happening in the game that's just exciting. So let's be honest, Adopt Me has not been flopping, but it hasn't been exploding either. Over the last couple of years, the game has been very consistent. The numbers have been staying around 100,000 to 200,000, but it's not been trending. So the player count holding steady, but yeah, it's just not climbing. But in 2025, competition on Roblox does seem to be tougher than ever. New games rise every week. I mean, we've seen Grow a Garden went to, what, 22 million during the event. I didn't even know there was 22 million gamers. But yeah, so new games do rise every week. The trends are shifting so fast. Even as a content creator, it is really hard to keep up with it all. And the Cozy Chaos admin event formula does seem to be dominating currently. I don't know how long this is going to be sticking around. There was a game with admin abuse. I remember Albert playing a game with admin abuse that they had like weather toggles that you could add like hurricane and earthquake. So yeah, it does seem like this is something everybody enjoys. But Adopt Me does always focus on very polished, routine updates and cute pets. But I mean, sometimes you do need chaotic energy to shake things up again, and this event exactly did that. So from what the community is saying, it definitely looks like most are excited. It's something fresh, unexpected. And I've even seen comments saying like, this felt like old Adopt Me again. Finally, something different. I haven't logged in for months, but this pulled me back. And genuinely, this might be the biggest shift we have ever seen in the Adopt Me community. This wasn't just a content drop. It was a style shift, and it looks like the developers know that because it's happening again. So yeah, after the admin abuse happened on Saturday, which originally it was supposed to be only 15 minutes, but it was so exciting. There were so many players in game. Like I said, guys, it was up to over 870,000 players, almost a million. At the end, Adopt Me did confirm that a second admin abuse event was going to be happening the following weekend. They also did extend the 15 minutes to 30, so definitely set aside a half an hour next Saturday just in case. So it does look like this is not just a one-off fun time event. There is a new phase for the game coming. And the timing, it is perfect because we are actually wrapping up Halloween. Halloween is going to be leaving Monday morning in Adopt Me. So again, if there is any pets that you want, make sure to grab them because we do know the wagon will be making a return, but we don't know exactly what will be in that. So the timing is definitely perfect with all of these admin abuse events because winter is now coming. The Christmas season is upon us, which is Adopt Me's biggest hype period. We have Halloween and Christmas are the two biggest events of the season. And of course, if Adopt Me rides out this momentum and kind of built up the hype throughout November and drops a massive December update, well, we could be looking at a full-on revival of Adopt Me. We could finally see those 1 million numbers. Imagine Adopt Me touching 1 million players again this holiday. It's not impossible. So this actually means that Adopt Me is watching what the community is hyping and enjoying. They're watching the Roblox trend and they are not letting Adopt Me fade out. So the admin abuse, it wasn't just a fun event weekend. This was a signal. Roblox is evolving, Adopt Me is choosing to evolve with it, and we're not going to fall behind. So I know the word save sounds really dramatic because, yeah, Adopt Me is not dead. We are still in the game. We are still committed to the game, and it still gets hundreds of thousands of players. But what exactly do people mean by Adopt Me is saved? Well, the hype is back. Viral moments are back, and returning players are coming back as well. And of course, the game is becoming unpredictable again. And honestly, if they keep going like this with new event styles, community moments, surprise rewards, yeah, this could really be the beginning of an Adopt Me comeback era. Especially, like I said, heading into the holiday season. So I want to know, was you guys attending the admin event and what did you think about it? What was your favorite part, and do you think we will be getting a special pet in the second one? If there's anything that you could change, what would it be? And do you think these events could bring Adopt Me back to the top of Roblox again? I do hope that in the next one, I do feel like when we was in the game, there was a bit of a quiet moment in between. Like after the 15 minutes, between the 15 and 30-minute mark, I do feel like it was kind of spread out. But again, this was Adopt Me's very first time, and extending it 15 more minutes could definitely been spur of the moment. And they just didn't know what to do. So let's talk in the comments, guys. I will be reading everything. Let me know what you think of this event. And if you are enjoying the new style of Adopt Me, let me know in the comments, subscribe, turn on notifications, and don't forget to click the hype button. Adopt Me might be entering a new era, and honestly, I am so excited for it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.